Hey y'all, Tim Bob McGuffin here, and we have the Trainer's Toolkit from 2020. I went to a store across the way from work there after I was done, and I happened to find this over there. So one thing unique with this is that it should have a guaranteed chance of having a Sun and Moon pack. I believe the two packs that you could have one of two chances of is Burning Shadows or the Unbroken Bonds. These trainer toolkits they're not that desirable because the cost a little bit more, about $40-$50. And at the time when a lot of these were released, you might have got some older packs, might have got some newer ones. Usually a lot of the older ones weren't too desirable, but because of the markets right now, definitely the packs have gotten a little bit more even that you get in here. This is $50. This was plus tax. You do get like a whole bunch of stuff in there, including some other versions with new art, cards. You get a whole bunch of energy cards, which obviously thing there. You get some sleeves. You get some other stuff. You do get 4 booster packs for this one here. I believe it was supposed to be 1 Sword and Shield, 2 Rebel Clash, and then you had either the Burning Shadows or the Unbroken Bonds. Like I said, the Sun and Moon pack. Excuse me, sorry there. But yeah, just before we get into this, I believe, yeah, so it's down here in the bottom. When I was actually checking out the box, I noticed something interesting though. On this box, besides mentioning this Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon series, it also gives odds for an XY series booster box. So it honestly makes me wonder, even though most people open these packs and already know that, hey, yeah, they always came with 1 Sun and Moon pack, it makes me wonder if there is the chance of an XY booster pack actually being in one of these boxes too. It would be interesting to find out. Or if maybe that ratio could be identifier of what type of pack you get. And maybe we'll open this and find out that there's Unbroken Bonds. But either way, both booster packs are sought over from the Sun and Moon. They have some different chase hits in there. Obviously, a popular one from both sets is a Charizard. But yeah, and yes, we did get a Sun and Moon pack. So, we'll check the packs quickly here, see which ones we got. So yeah, we got 2 Rebel Clash, Sword and Shield, and Sun and Moon with the Burning Shadows. And you do get some other stuff here, so you get a die plus a bunch of counters. This is a little separator inside there. I think this is the rule book. And this is just to give you some tips for building decks. Those some generic looking sleeves. They actually look pretty nice there for what they are, and they actually feel a little bit sturdier than even what the Lily ones were. I just opened. Yeah, they're actually not too bad. They're actually a little sturdy. Besides that, we do have the code card, which one of you can take there. And we do have these, which are the promo cards. There's all the energy cards right here. I'm not going to open them, but I am going to open this pack here, if I can, very carefully. Because I do want to get these cards in sleeves. So one of the reasons why I actually picked this up too is because I noticed, especially if you do deal in graded cards, these Danae GX cards seem to actually be going for a little bit of a good price. Danae definitely being a popular character. for one of the Pikachu clones. Not just because, you know, its design is actually pretty cute, but also because it was a featured mainstay Pokemon, obviously, during its era. Oh, other way. I usually do it. I know some people are probably wondering why I put my cards in reverse like this. I always put it reverse in like this, unlike other ways that people usually do it, because one, I want the card to be perfectly sealed so that way there's no dust or anything getting in. And the other reason why too is because if I did happen to get them graded, you can pull them out a little bit easier by the bottom without openly scratching or damaging the cards, because usually there's not as much or not really a holographic on the bottom of the layer compared to if you had on the top and stuff. And we do have a bunch of other cards here. From what I can see, yeah, these are all some of the ones that are like done with alt arts and stuff. These are all a bunch of different trainer cards here, but none of them are holographic. I don't know if any of these cards here are actually given more precedence because of their new art in this set or not, but it might be something worth checking into. Put this back in here just so it's nice and tight, and we'll get into the packs there. So the packs actually are what make this set kind of worth it, because especially with the prices of packs have gone up. I believe the Sword and Shield is worth about 10 from the base set right now in Canadian. That's one thing to preface. This is all Canadian prices, so you know, if you still like, oh man, I can get these packs for cheaper. Yeah, you probably can, especially if you do look around. Rebel Clash though, still going about for 7, so not too high. And then this one with the Burning Shadows is floating around between 20 to 25, which, you know, I was kind of surprised by. I mean, it is a Sun and Moon pack. They do usually go for a little bit more, but I was kind of surprised it was up that much. There is also, with the Unbroken Bonds, that you can also possibly get in this too. The Unbroken Bonds is actually even more. It's almost rivals the price of what I paid for this itself. It's going for about 45 to 50 almost, from some of the recent sales in Canadian. So, you know, definitely worth it right now just for the 4 packs. It wouldn't have been back then when this was released, but now that, you know, the market is kind of a little bit unstable, a little bit hard out. I started opening I want to leave that one for last. We'll do the Sword and Shield. Actually, I'll do the Rebel Clash first. But yeah. So something just to preface there. And I do actually have one extra pack too. There. There's the code card there. Now for the Sword and Shield and stuff, I can't remember if it's 3 cards or 4 cards. I do apologize here. I haven't done one of these sets in a bit. I'll do 3 cards and we'll see. So Polisan, Milo, Turffield Stadium, the Phantump, Dreepy, Farfetch, Honedge, Timpole, Probobass Reverse Hollow, Eldegoss V, and a Psychic Energy. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. We did get a Reverse Hollow and a V card out of that pack. Whoop. Card there, and I'm gonna do 4 this time so the energy is right on the front. So we got Fire Energy, Durant, Palo Sand, Olenia, Roly-Coly, Stunky, Clefairy, Voltorb, Nosepass, Reverse Hollow Lombre, and Hollow Iskew. So with these cards too, like obviously there is a bit of a difference with hit rates and stuff, obviously with the Sword and Shield and even with the Sun and Moon packs. But, you know, out of this set, getting the Eldergloss V is definitely a hit. Even though it is obviously a regular V card, just because, yeah, you would not be likely to get that. And if my camera will stop moving, there we go. Still very nice. So, we got the regular Sword and Shield pack now. And here's your code card. Oh, forgot to do the... There we go. So, Lightning Energy, Sea King, Thaki, Lucky Egg, Contini, Chutal, Rhyhorn, Rookidee, Krabby, Reverse Holo Pokemon Center Lady. Oh, that's nice. Get a Reverse Holo for a trainer card. I don't know if the trainer cards are worth more Reverse Holo or not. And then we got a non-holo Corviknight. And of course, like I said, that's one of the things with this set is that, you know, as you get into this, there's going to be cards that aren't obviously holo or aren't guaranteed to be holo or might not have other things. So yeah, that's something you have to remember with some of the older sets. I haven't really done as much of the older sets, but yeah. Now with Sun and Moon, I still believe it might be 4 cards too as well. But I'll do 3 just in case. So we got Wobbuffet, Acerol, Gloom, Tangela, Dupiter, and K. Ralts with some really, really beautiful art there. Crabballer. Oh, that's awesome. So we got Crabballer there. And we got Crabominal there. In a reverse holo. And oh, that's awesome. That's so awesome. We got a Gardevoir GX. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Definitely. We did good there. Gardevoir, especially in the Sun Moon sets, you know, very, very nice to get. Ooh. I don't know why I put him in. I was giving special treatment to him, and it's like meant to grab that for Gardevoir here. God, love that artwork. I will say that's one thing I liked about some of the X, Y, and even the Sun Moon era cards. They did have some really unique artwork, especially when they did the GXs and stuff. Love that. But that is such a good hit. I know some people will probably be thinking like, oh, but I mean, like, when you're pulling off a single pack like that, like, that's the thing. Like, I just bought this for a single pack randomly. I bought it specifically for the Sun and Moon pack, and to still get a hit on it is awesome, awesome. Now, as I mentioned, a special bonus, celebrations. Yeah, so I went to the store. They actually had some celebration packs. I've never really opened celebrations. I've never really wanted to. But yeah. we will open this and see what we get. There's the code card. And we got a Ho-Ho start, a Lugia. Wow, so we got Ho-Ho and Lugia to start. There's a Zekrom and Solgaleo. So not too bad. So we actually got Solgaleo. There's Lily in the background. That's perfect for Sun and Moon. Like I said, Zekrom there, Lugia, and then Ho-Oh. It's actually awesome that we got Lugia and Ho-Oh in the same pack. That's actually very, very cool. And Zekrom actually fits the theme too, because, you know, with the whole black-white Unova new sets coming out. Very nice. So yeah, overall, the Trainer's Toolkit, like I said, right now for the cost of the packs and for the price of them, for ungraded packs, like, you know, it's worth the price. You'll see a lot of these older sets sit for around 40 to 50 for the Trainer Toolkits. I would definitely pick one up again, just for the cost of the packs themselves. Now, if whether you'll get something or not, I don't know. Like I said, I generally always find you usually get one hit at least with a lot of these older sets. Like older, I mean not older sets, but with the box hits and stuff. I find usually you are guaranteed to at least get one hit. Not necessarily always like a big hit, but it's something. And I think, like, you know, especially getting this, like I said, like a V card and a GX, really, really nice. And I mean, like, especially some of these older GXs, even the kind of just above a regular rare and stuff like that. A lot of these cards can still be worth money if graded. So yeah, definitely check it out and enjoy. Hope you all have a good day.